Scarves are such an essential and fun accessory to play around with your winter outfits. Hi, I'm Ruby, a self-proclaimed fashion designer. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Let's get sewing.
Hi loves, so today we are going to be doing a no-sew project. I went to the fabric store the other day, and in their clearance section I found these two pieces of fleece. They're about half an inch each. Yeah, so this is how big they are. I like this red, it's so vibrant to add pops of color to winter outfits, and this nice cream to go with basically all the other outfits. So I'm thinking to turn them into cute little scarves. I'm really not sure how I'm going to attempt it or what I want to do. So the fabric does not frill, so I'm really thinking to just cut the rectangles that I want and do a little styling. I don't know, we're gonna figure it out. They're quite big and really soft, and basically they're gonna be like this. And I'm really trying to make this video like a no-sew video. I don't feel like sewing today.
I'm folding my fabric in half, making sure that the corners are aligning so that I can cut a nice rectangle out of it. Folding the initial rectangle onto itself and pinning it down, I'm gonna cut two long rectangles. I'm going to be putting them together to make one long rectangle scarf. So I'm gonna start by taking them wrong sides touching and pinning them down. So we're going to be doing a French seam. And then for the pockets, I'm gonna cut out rectangles that align with the end of the scarves. And you can make this how deep or long you want your pockets to be. Ahead and do a top stitch on the top folds of the pockets. After that, we're going to take the pocket, the outside of the pocket to be touching the inside of the scarf, and then we're going to sew a straight stitch. This is also going to be creating like an inside seam, which is going to be inside our pocket. Now that I have my pocket, it looks so flimsy and I'm really not liking how it's looking when the scarf is hanging off me. So I'm going to be adding a middle seam to the pocket so that it's two little separate pockets. As we did with the first scarf, I'm going to be putting the corners of the fabric together, folding it in half and making sure that all my lines around the scarf are straight and cutting it into a perfect rectangle. Now I have two long rectangles. I'm going to be putting them together with a French seam. So we're going to start with the wrong sides touching and then sew straight. Flipping our two pieces, we are going to now have our pieces right sides touching and sew along. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to add a top stitch. Now lining up the ends of my scarf, I'm going to be measuring how long I want my tassels to be. I'm going to go for 8 inches and I'm just going to pin that down because I'm very lazy to draw a line there. And I'm going to be marking my tassels to be 1 inch thick each. You can decide how thick you want yours to be or how long or short you want them to be at this point. And I'm just going to cut out . I love how the tassels are looking. I'm gonna add little knots to the tassels as well. So this fabric is not that stretchy, so what I had in mind to like distress the fabric and not tie it is not going to work. So I'm gonna just add little knots to the top of the tassels.